Yeah, I just got a notification for it. So, yeah, there we are for the whole world to see. Let me retweet this bad boy.
Can you see the draft board? I can zoom in a little bit more.
I'm on Twitter. Let me get back to it in a second here.
I just want to make sure all the teams are visible.
I think they were, yeah.
It's obviously small on our little screen, but I think people will be able to. Well, I guess I could look to see what it looks like on Twitter.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I can. Yeah, I think it's pretty visible. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, if you just enlarge it.
Yeah, you just gotta go big.
On our little screen, I think people will be able to. Well, I guess I can look to see what it looks like on Twitter. Yeah, I think it looks good. Oh, jeez.
That's me. Sorry.
Well, I thought it was me actually because I didn't play, and I'm like, "Whoa, this is."
I think it was me. I think people will be able to then I think people if they comment, it'll show up in our stream. I think.
I know that works on. Oh, maybe you are right. I was gonna say I know Periscope does that, but this might actually work too.
Yeah, I think it's linked into Periscope and YouTube, so that way it should come in to here.
Yeah. Okay.
Based on the video I watched, so we'll see.
Sweet. Yeah, this is very cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have. I was gonna invite pretty much anybody who does content who's drafting with us on Thursday night just to the stream. So I think it'll be there. It maxes out at 8, and I think we may have all 8.
Nice.
It's 7 or 8. So I'm gonna send a link out about that tonight.
So that's Simeone, DiPietro.
Yep.
You, me. Who's the other 4?
Dave Swan. Who else?
Is Ishikawa in there, or did I make that
up? Yeah, Ishikawa's in it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doug's in it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up because it is. Where's the other? I'll jump out of this draft for a second. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a pretty fun group.
Oh yeah, definitely. Simeone was drinking. I'm sure.
Well, although it is Thursday night, so I don't know. So let's see who else.
That thing pulled up like the instant you made that announcement that day too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know everybody's names in here.
I know, and they didn't, and I already used their name, but I'm just looking through. Torres.
Yeah.
From that podcast he did with Rob was great.
Well, yeah, dude. Yeah, it was really good. He's writing for Razzball too, right?
Yep, that's right. And then I don't want to mess up Mariano, Nick. Was that Nick that got in there? Yeah, Nick Mariano, I believe, is in it from. I think that's who that is. Nope, that's not who that is. That's somebody else. There was one other person. Let me see if I can figure out who it was. I may have to go back and look through the notifications. I think there was one more person. But at the very least, it'll be 6 or 7 of us. They're here already. It's good. Simeone confirms that he will be drinking.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I missing comments? How did you see this? I didn't see any.
Yeah, they're in the comments in the little box. Maybe you can't see those.
No, I was not. Maybe because I'm not. I was looking at other tabs here. So okay.
Ooh, Periscope. I tried to comment back, and Periscope filtered that. Well, I would expect nothing less from the SP Streamer crew.
Right. Yeah.
And Doug Ish is here.
Oh, I see the comments now.
Yeah.
I'm a noob with this whole
live. Well, that's why we did. It's kind of a learning experience. That way, Thursday night will be the big show, if you will.
Simeone, I will be drinking in all caps, no less. I'm not sure what that indicates. He's really going to be drinking.
Simeone, Ishikawa, you guys want to jump in? I can send you the link. You're just jumping on. We're getting ready to start this draft here in like 3 minutes, it looks like. Brian snuck out on me for a second.
Yeah, I booted myself. My bad.
That's all right. This is a birthday draft for me, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yep. My wife's like, what do you want to be? What do you want to do for your birthday? And I was like, boy, I would love to do a draft. And she's like, fine, go do a draft. So, what else
should I
do on a Tuesday night?
Should I ask the age, or is that?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think 32 was my latest math. So.
Oh, okay. Wow. So I got a couple years on you. I'm about 2 years your senior here then. So
yeah.
This is the decade, though. The 30s, best decade of my life. Would you agree with that?
I mean, it's still early. We'll see. It's so far. We'll see. No, I can't argue to this point. Although I will say, the fact that COVID is going to be in the midst of that decade it's a lot of work for the rest of the years to cover up for it. So.
Yeah. This is a weird. 2020 was a weird year. Indeed.
So hey man, I saw you got pick 3. You're no longer at the back of the squad.
Yeah. The badge curse did it lifted for a day. So got pick number 3. I'm used to like 10, 11, or 12 in these things, so I'm pretty psyched about that. There's really only a couple directions to go in.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Who are you looking for?
So it's obviously going to be a hitter in this format.
Oh, you say that. I'm not sure everybody is as convinced that it's as obvious as you are, but I agree with you. But it is very hard. It's hard for me to get out of the Fantrax mindset because I want to just take a pitcher. Like when I see the aces there at 7-8, I feel like I have to take them. But then I look at my spreadsheet and it's like, you can't take them here.
I know and that's why I'm glad that I'm kind of like balanced between the two formats right now, because I'm equally in both rooms. But yeah, when you're just in one exclusively, you get way thrown off.
Is this the first live draft of these of the year? Did they have any last week?
Literally last night, there was just like a $5 one.
Okay.
But yeah, this is really the start of it tonight. So we've got, I'm going to guess like Acuna and Tatis go 1-2 here in some order.
I've seen Trout be up there a little bit.
Really?
What was that one we started? Well, yeah, occasionally. I mean, it just depends. But yeah, you're probably right. With only 2 outfielders, I feel like, Shane Bieber.
What happened there? So. Whoa, okay. I did speak too soon. Whoa, I was paying attention to the chat, so I didn't see that at first. Getting the guys in the room here hooked up on the Twitter stream.
Oh, yeah.
Bieber goes 1. Okay. Acuna 2. So, man, I love Juan Soto more than life itself. But you and I have talked about the outfield situation in these leagues. Let me tell you what. Okay, we're going to go Tatis here, actually. I'm conflicted a bit. Yeah, I think I am, because we talked about the outfield situation in these. That if you kind of, if you like bunch it up too early, like you may miss on some values later. Because you only start 2,
Yeah, it's tough because there's a certain point where I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Like I'll just have to deal with it because the outfielders are good. I mean, in this format, like those, in this first round, it's those freaking outfielders are so good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is flying. Turns out this is way harder when you're doing a live stream.
Well, that's what I'm glad we're doing this tonight. Cause I've got a couple processes, but I don't know how well they're going to work with as fast as this is going to be going.
Yeah. I didn't.
But really halfway count. Maybe flying blind like halfway through the draft.
Right. Yeah. You are up.
Yeah, so Trout went. So that sucked. I would have loved Trout to be there.
You're in that spot. Yeah, you're in that section where one of those last couple good outfielders are good.
Yeah, see, that's a to me, then you got to go corner. And so for me, it's Freddie.
I love him there. Yeah,
I mean, you can't be mad about that, right? Like,
yeah. When I pick in the second half of these, I feel like I'm ending up with Freddie Freeman half the time almost, because I feel like his replacement, I know you and I are a little bit different on Cody Bellinger this year, but I feel like Freddie Freeman's replacement level there at first base, like how good he is right now, I love it.
It just doesn't, right? He doesn't have the risk there that Bellinger does, right? Like, so even Bellinger's a drop. Like, I mean, I definitely think, it's a drop down for,
Yeah. Well, Freeman had COVID, so he's got the antibodies also.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. He's protected. Well, and obviously, I mean, honestly, he was an MVP last year, so I assume
it didn't matter.
COVID doesn't matter for him. So
yeah. So let's see here. Trying to see if we're getting any love on Twitter with this. Looks like nobody seems to care.
How much do people want to watch a draft that they're not in? That's always
I don't know, man. I would. If it was you and me and I came across it, I would be all about checking this out right now. I am currently up in our $100 Fantrax and a $50 at the same time. So
yeah, that's definitely I tried to put everything on auto that I could.
Yeah, I try not to do that. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but
I don't like doing it, but I wanted to, didn't want to have any issues with this draft.
Yeah. The higher stakes ones I really don't like to do that with, just in case,
Yeah.
But did you notice last night that $100 Fantrax one was flying? Like everybody was on at the same time. It was almost like a live draft.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah. Let's see here. At Gigantus loves the live stream, so that's he's digging it.
I'm worried, how much we're going to talk about our picks, and then we're going to end up, having to do this in just a couple nights.
Right. Yeah.
Oh crap! Where do I want to go?
Yeah, actually thinking of what you need to do on a live stream is a bit tough.
I'll tell you, this is one of those situations where I really would prefer Bellinger there.
I love
yeah, I mean, I like Bryce, but I like just the flexibility. But with Freeman, what do I care about the flexibility, right? Like, I don't really want to not play Freeman on a week in, week out basis.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I just realized my rankings are incorrect. There we go.
Are you using your Fantrax board? Definitely use your Fantrax projections.
Yeah, that'd be really bad. No, I just had like the default crap up. But yeah, you're right, man. I'm forgetting all the processes I need in place at once because I didn't update my player share just until now of Tatis. Like, you forget how much you have going on when you're doing this stuff not on a live stream, Well,
that's what somebody asked today about the Fantrax live drafts. Those are, and I mean, all people probably feel this way about live drafts, but those drafts are frenetic. Like, they are, like, it feels like you are running out of time pretty much the entire draft. And I think some of it is because people don't play the format very much. So, right. Like, in FBC, people are going to do the same draft over and over again. I know people do like these live 50s and stuff like that. And I think that format is so similar that it carries over from draft to draft.
Mm-hmm.
But on Fantrax, it's just so different from what everybody's used to. You can't just stroll up and just, I'm just going to bang out a draft tonight.
Yeah. Oh, no. Fantrax they give me headaches even doing the slow ones. So I have a couple routes to go here. Yeah, there's really no question for me here. We're going to go ahead and pop our boy Rafael Devers right here at third base.
Pitching's going, so it's our third baseman off the board. Pitcher's going, a little earlier than I think I've typically seen in these BB10s. Not crazy.
Yeah.
Darvish going as the fourth pitcher off the board is interesting.
That is interesting. I've thought the whole Darvish scenario all draft season has been interesting, though. I'm just not really.
Just because Dave McDonald is screaming in your head that you cannot take Darvish.
It didn't even. As much as I love Dave, it wasn't even him. Just like anybody watching last season and knowing that he had a career year. I don't know. I don't enjoy. I got him. I actually had very high percentage of Darvish on my rosters last year, getting him in the 4th or 5th round. And I don't know. Doesn't make sense to take him top of the 2nd round to me this year. I'm not going to do that.
I'll be curious to see how people feel. People who are using I know there's at least 2 people in here who have the draft tool. I'll be curious to see how that works live. Trying to copy and paste draft results is actually, I think in a live draft, copy and pasting the draft results is a lot quicker than trying to hand enter them. It's just really annoying.
Right. Yeah. So I'm on deck. I have 2 players in my queue. They both play for the same team.
Oh, I bet it's the same 2 players I have.
I'll bet that it is.
Oh,
is it a battery? Funny. Is it a
yes?
Yep. Well, I unfortunately don't think you're. Well, you could. I
might get one.
Well, yeah, you're at least. Chance. I'm taking one.
Yeah.
I've gone 2 hitters so far. As much as I would like to get JT Realmuto right here, I am gonna go with Aaron Nola as my first pitcher.
I don't blame you. I like that. I think he's a guy I really like to get in the 3rd round if I can.
Yeah, I'm almost forcing Realmuto in some of these because I have so few of him. I don't know if you're noticing this, but like people seem to be just valuing him like properly this year. Like usually, even as the undisputed number 1 catcher, I felt like I was able to get him in like the 4th round or whatever last year. And now it's just like there's no Realmuto discount.
I would say I think that will start evaporating now that he's signed. I do think there was this uncertainty, like, well, where does he play? And if he doesn't play in the spot that, I think he should, or that is best, so I'd be curious to see if that goes up.
Yeah.
I struggle to take him. Even though like he'll pop up on my valuation as like, all right, based on dollar values, this is the guy to take.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a reluctant move, I think, for me.
I hear that.
Gigante's asked in the chat. Oh, so go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say XFan12. Thanks for doing this, boys.
Yeah.
He says, definitely welcome. Enjoy. I mean, it's play. We're enjoying doing it. It's a fun time.
I say that now. We'll wait to see how the draft turns out before I.
When we're around 28, I might regret it.
I have 2 guys in my queue, and I'm definitely JT wouldn't have fallen, but the other guy might. We'll see. It's always interesting just the way this draft is going. I may be the last person to take a pitcher. Nope. Still a few teams without.
Let's see if I can guess who the other guy is. You do not have to tell me, but I'm going to say.
Yeah, so you say it out loud. I'll let you know later if you were right.
I'm going to say Xander Bogaerts. That's my guess.
Excuse me. I do like Xander.
I love him. Yeah, I love that guy.
Do you know who loves Xander? The Bad X loves Xander. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I'd have to double check it, but I'm pretty sure that is he's one that is in love there. I would like to see their offense get a little better. I would like to see them sign someone. That
would be cool. I don't know if that's in the cards or not.
Seems unlikely. Maybe they get one of these center fielders that are running around, one of these not very good. Apparently, Jackie Bradley's looking for a huge contract, so maybe they'll pony up for him.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. 2 pieces of breaking news. Nolan Arenado officially becomes a Cardinal by the looks of it. I am very happy about that.
Do we know the pieces of that trade yet?
Gomber,
are we sure? I'm still
Gomber, definitely. Yeah.
And
I think the prospects are still being discussed. There is another piece of breaking news, though.
Oh.
Bigger piece. MLBPA rejects the 154-game proposal.
Yeah. That's great for fantasy. That means baseball starts sooner.
I mean, frankly, that's what I want to happen. But, yeah, I think – I mean, what else is going to happen? Are they going to give them another offer, or are we just going ahead?
What I read, the speculation earlier today was that just that with the season being so close, the players are just like, look, it's too late. You know,
Right.
we're prepping, we're gearing up for the season. You know, it's just too late. I initially when that was released, like 154 games, full pay, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound so bad. And then you start reading more about it. It's like, well, wait a minute. If they don't agree to this, they just play anyway and they get full pay. So it's like, why? Like, if I'm a player, like, no, like, there's nothing there. Would Team 9 go 4 straight pitchers, just knock it out?
I don't know how you're able to pay attention to what other teams are doing. I have.
Well, remember, I've got the board actually up on my screen. Yeah,
I guess I should actually.
Yeah, that's the big benefit.
Wow, yeah, Cole, Darvish, Kershaw.
I hate that in this.
I hate it, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
Tim wants that Fantrax horn.
I saw that.
And it was Xander Bogaerts.
Oh, I nailed it. All right.
I may regret not having a pitcher, but honestly, in this format, I'm just.
So, are you no pitchers yet?
No pitchers yet. So I am Freddie, Bryce, Real Muto, and then Bogaerts.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize you got Real Muto. That's how.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I actually, right before you said that, a thought went through my head. Like, don't tell me he's still out there. Like,
no. We couldn't let that happen.
Okay. Let's see here. This is coming up quickly. So I got short third and pitcher so far. We got Tatis, Devers, and Nola. Let's see. The wheels are turning live on the air. These are usually private moments. Do you feel a little violated doing this live? Because like I'm usually sitting here like, okay, and I'm like saying stuff out loud to myself, and now I'm not able to really do that.
I'm more concerned by the fact that I'm on camera than I am that people can hear my thoughts.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do something real weird here. I think weird for me. This would be my second share of this player if this happens right now.
Oh. Apparently, I can show the comments on the screen.
Oh, you're figuring out some. There you go.
We're trying to make it look like we're professional, even though we're not.
Okay. I'm not going to do it because there went Vlad. That was what.
No, you were going to Vlad.
I was thinking about it. I didn't say I was going to do it. Also, I did not realize I was Tim Wagner when I just saw the.
The
handle. So
he's got the new profile picture.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to see that stuff though. I couldn't even tell.
It's very small.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to forget how much you have to be on the ball in a live draft here. I'm not so used to it. All right. I am going to go with free agent Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah, I like that move. He was a guy I was eyeballing.
Yeah, I was between. I was still kind of trying to resist this outfielder thing yet, but
I got a little gap between him and the next outfielder personally.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not huge. There's a group of guys after that.
There is. Yeah, I probably have the gap a little closer than you, but
yeah. I mean, it's not like I said, it's not huge. I mean, it's a couple bucks.
Yeah. So coming up quickly on me again here. So do I go with a second pitcher possibly? Let me take a look at what we've got because that is in my mind. I don't necessarily want to do that. My God, these guys aren't helping. Well,
I had Gowan. Yeah, if he would have fallen I would have had him. But he should have gone. I think that's right. He, based on the rest of the guys, he was kind of the last guy in that group that I go, oh man, I'd really like him as a number one starting pitcher.
Exactly. Yeah, I do love that guy. I'm really excited to watch him this year. Good thing the Cardinals traded him a few years ago.
Man, if you really want to depress Cardinals fans, talk about the players that have traded away and gotten better.
We're not quite the Pirates, but yeah, there's been
I don't know, man. I think the Pirates. No, that's not true. You can't be. Nobody can top the Pirates.
Yeah. Okay, I really don't like this situation here. This is one of those spots where I don't feel good about anybody I'm going to pick right now. I don't like the way this is set.
There are these little cliffs.
Yeah, where you're like, I guess this is what I'll do. Oh boy, really not a lot of time. So I'm going to go with Sir Lancelot. And I'm not a big
wiping out my cue.
Okay, well.
I don't know if that makes you feel good or not, but it's happening.
I mean, if that were Gallon, I'd have felt like infinitely better. Maybe that's irrational, but yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, with Lynn, it's just the age, right? I mean, at some point that cliff is coming.
There's a couple of things. Honestly, there's a couple things because like he's in a worse ballpark now, and he just throws fastballs. Like it just doesn't seem. And why did he have this late career resurgence? You know what I mean? It's just
but for me, it's a multi-year thing, so I don't worry about it as much. Like it's not. Or a 1 year thing coming off the short season, I might be more concerned.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm going to swerve on this next pick then.
So are you still pitcherless here?
I'm still pitcherless. I think we're going to rectify that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got 3 teams in front of me, and team 7, John A, does not have a pitcher. So, Starling Marte. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've drafted him once.
I hadn't, but I've got a few shares now, mainly in these leagues, not fantasy, obviously. But
so like 20 minutes in, about 4.5 rounds.
2 opposite ends of the spectrum here. I got 2 pitchers. You've got none.
Well, I like that Brandon Lowe. Is he Lowe or Lowe?
That's Lowe.
That's Lowe.
Q.
Okay. Yeah, like the second base outfield, I think is really nice in this league.
Was that you? Did you go Hader?
Yep, jumped Hader. It's a few picks above his ADP, but honestly, in this format, saves are just so much more valuable. I don't like it. I prefer him to be my second pitcher, not my first.
I agree, but no, you're right. And I remember seeing that last year in these. Those high-end closers went later than I really had them projected for, and I mean the high-end ones. Like I'm
right. These first 3 or 4.
Yeah. And I mean, are there any other than that really? I mean,
I take more, but there's not a lot more that you're going to feel great about.
That's what I mean. Like just this whole situation. How many guys can you really feel good about maintaining the job? Maybe 6, if that. I don't want to talk about Edwin Diaz or I'll probably get lit up on Twitter here. So.
Well, I heard that you think he's the worst reliever ever. Pretty sure you said that on Twitter. So.
No, I was going all through Baseball Savant, and I uncovered a couple little nuggets that proved to me that Edwin Diaz is the worst reliever in baseball.
Team 12 just went Maeda Lamet at the turn. That is interesting.
Yeah.
I get Lamet in this format a lot more than Fantrax, even if I don't like it necessarily. Just because you just don't need as many starting pitchers.
Right. Yeah. Let's see here. I should start loading up.
So we still got 2 guys without a pitcher.
It's interesting. I probably wouldn't have. I mean, we're only 5 picks in. I was going to say I probably wouldn't have been this pitcher heavy so early optimally, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't like the Lynn pick that much, but what else?
Somebody's about to auto.
Yeah. Goldie. Whoa.
Is that jumping him?
Quite a bit. He goes 90th.
I feel like there's
my decision a little.
I missed Eloy going.
Yeah, I did see you that.
It's so hard. I want to take an outfield. I really I just look at the top of my projections. And it's like, it feels like I should be taking an outfielder.
Because by points, that's going to be like the number 1 guy. But who'd you? Suarez. All right.
So, and that's really just a fact that like third base, I see a cliff here between the next third baseman, and so it's like, then I don't want to be on the other side of that cliff. I don't actually particularly like Suarez that much.
I don't mind him. I'm not an analyst, so as far as my mind goes, I don't mind Suarez. But.
It's more and this is probably because we play in Fantrax, and I tend to get bad OBP guys kind of mentally moved down in my, or I should say bad contact profile guys who don't walk a ton, and that's Suarez. He's just like he's gonna strike out a decent amount. I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but I'm just not a huge fan of that profile. Even though dude's gonna smash, he hits the ball really hard.
Yeah. No, I hear you. You are right though. He kind of signifies the end of it. I don't really use tiers, but he kind of signifies the end of a tier.
Ooh, we got a question.
I'm about to pick, so I'll let you handle it.
That's an interesting question. Gallon in the Classics versus Lynn in the 2X. I try very hard not to change my strategy from 2X to 10X. I try to keep a very similar strategy just because I just don't think we're good enough to pick the difference. I don't know that Lynn is any safer than Gallon or that Gallon is necessarily safer than Lynn. I think their risks are different. I think, what's interesting is neither one of them are going to have overpowering stuff. But they both are innings eaters. I think that there's a reason they go really close together because their results profiles are similar, even if they're necessarily from a point standpoint and from a way they get their points, they're going to go deep into games. I think they're going to have a decent amount of quality starts. So no, I look at them relative. Like I prefer Gallon just because give me the younger guy when you can. But I'm not going to take take them differently based on the format.
I pretty much missed all that. I got sniped right, but I was going Ketel Marte.
Oh, and no cursing. That's impressive on your part. I appreciate that.
No, I did drop an S while you were answering the question, but man, that really kind of made me angry there.
That'll be the fun things when there's 6 or 7 of us on here, and somebody gets sniped. What will be the reaction?
Oh yeah. That'll be good. Man, that one really maybe
get you.
Yeah, so I got Altuve. I basically just had 2 rounds in a row that I did not feel good about the selection I made. So
I don't particularly like second base in this format.
No, I don't either. That's why I like to secure a guy early, and I didn't want that to be Altuve, but it is. So about to have my 7th pick. I got 2 pitchers out of 6. Okay, so Moncada just went. I am looking at – I really only see one way to go here, and that's going to be with the Riz man, Anthony Rizzo.
Got to get that first base. That's one benefit to Freeman is I'm just not even looking at first base right now.
That is nice. And, first base I don't think falls off a cliff at all like third base. It definitely doesn't. But there's spots with first base. Like I feel like there's groups that I like.
Sure.
Like if I didn't get Rizzo, I wouldn't really be that uncomfortable with my starting first baseman being Hosmer or Josh Bell, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But Rizzo.
Yeah, I like Josh Bell in these leagues. I still think he's not getting enough love.
Yeah, it should start to perk up. I really don't understand the difference between Hosmer and Bell's ADP in the BB10s. They're like 40 picks apart. I don't know. I don't really understand that much. But
not a Hosmer guy. I know a lot of people are excited about Eric Hosmer. I haven't had a lot of him.
I have some. I'm not a huge fan of him personally. Do you remember obviously you remember the Tatis home run late in the year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Hosmer's like a play a game the right way guy, right? Like
I know, but just the way that I don't even want to get into that stupid baseball story. I did not like the way he handled that at all. He just put the kibosh on the fun, but
Jeff McNeil was one I was looking at. I liked him. I had him as the best player left at 2 positions.
Okay.
So I guess I'll pivot. We're going to go ahead and take our first starting pitcher. It is crazy. This being the first.
You Barrios? Is that who you just got?
Yeah, I took
Nice.
Barrios.
Oh, I like that there. Okay.
This being the first like real draft. This just so used to you making these decisions over the course of like 10 days.
It is really weird. Yeah, this is so you do forget what live drafts are like because when you're doing the slows, it's just like, I'll take 5 to 10 minutes sometimes when I really need to get into something.
You can waffle a little bit if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, there is none of that here. And somehow like Justin Mason and some people did this on a main event last year. I would never do this if I was drafting a main event league.
No.
I'd be too stressed, man. I couldn't handle that.
Unless you had a partner, unless you had somebody you can, help manage it. Brian Hayes.
Whoa. What's his ADP? I don't know in one.
I've got it. Hold on a second. 111 in this format.
Interesting. Which is still probably too high.
Maybe. Oh, Moustakas went, boy, I am not going to have a good second baseman.
See, I almost passed on Altuve and that little couple guys earlier because of Moustakas in the back of my head, but I thought that was going to happen, so I didn't.
And that's a good spot. I just miscalculated where I was in the draft. Don't like that.
Now, you'd have been basically – that would have been about his ADP.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, it was a good spot for him. I probably should have taken him instead of Barrios. Once McNeil went, I think I would have preferred to have Moustakas there.
See, in that's the kind of decision that in a slow draft you would have probably like.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I had sat and looked at it long enough.
Yeah. When you're doing this here, man, no wonder people talk about these things being stressful. I'm not used to this whole live thing. Okay, so
yeah, I'm kicking myself. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, live to pick another day. I'm fairly confident you might. Oh no, you won't. Never mind. I was gonna say you might snipe something I'm looking at here, but you won't. I just realized. So
no, I know who you're thinking of, and no, I won't.
Yeah.
At least I think I know who you're thinking of.
I think you probably do, but
after I make this pick, I'll tell you. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Is it a shortstop?
Oh, I like Castellanos there. No. Already. So.
Oh, I forgot you have a shortstop. Oh,
well,
I had Hendricks in there too.
I forgot somebody that you have, which is why I realized you're not going to snipe me. So,
yeah.
I have a couple directions here. So let me see who. Okay, so the guys picking after me might not take a pick. No, they might take a pitcher. Let's see here.
Nobody after you with a catcher.
That I'm aware of, and that is on my radar.
So we got three catchers off the board so far. It's interesting. This is such. I feel like this is a stressful spot of this part of the draft. There's a lot of guys here I like.
Yes, Strasburg just went.
Took him. I took my first Strasburg share the other day.
Really?
Yesterday. Yeah, in a 150, in FBC 150.
Huh. Who took Liam Hendricks? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. He John A. That's not our John, is it?
No. No, I don't think our John. Like he's our our son John.
That's right.
Our John.
Okay. Team 2. Educated. I don't know if Gigante's jumped in and is trashing himself, or if that person really doesn't like Team 2.
Whoa! What happened here?
Oh, sorry. I put a comment up on the screen.
And there goes Grandal.
There goes Grandal.
Dude, I have now had the exact number one person in my queue go right before me twice. Okay, so this is an interesting spot. And yeah, yet again, I feel like I sometimes you feel like you're settling a little bit, but you got to do what you got to do. You also got to do what you got to do when you're picking at a turnish type area like that. There's not a lot of room for messing around. So I'm just going to take Wilson Contreras.
I'll tell you what, though, I love the turn-in live drafts, mostly because I think it's easier to update your spreadsheets and things like that, which is a really nerdy reason. But
yeah, no, you're right. That part of it is good. I didn't really. I don't know. It's not like Grandal and Contreras are that much further apart. But
so guys that are falling based on ADP, JD Martinez is the biggest one so far. But that's, UT. We got a Nux saying he'd punt catcher.
Oh, yeah? Well, I disagree with you, Nux. I would not do that.
I'm okay with Contreras. I agree.
Yeah, I like him.
He's got another question. Am I pasting results into a sheet in a live draft? No. I actually have a little program that I wrote that will do it for me, because otherwise I can't keep up. There's just too much going on. So you can think of it like, so it's a little more involved.
I'm glad you're getting the questions here, because when I do these back-to-back picks, I just kind of lose.
Yeah, I've got a little more time, and like I said, since I don't have to manually update it, it makes it a little easier.
I'm the manual updater over here, I guess. So
are you clicking things off? Are you like checking things off?
yeah, I'm doing a couple things here.
Nux, I will not sell that to you for $5.
Yeah, we got Nux. What that's Bobby from what was that show?
Is that King of the Hill?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Nelson Cruz just went.
It's a good spot for Cruz, I think.
I think I actually don't even have him on my draft board.
Because he's not signed, or just because?
I just am not interested. I didn't even know he was there, honestly.
That's just because you're holding out. You're saving your util spot for your boyfriend.
Yeah, Franimal.
Yeah, the Franimal.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my third pitcher here, and we're going to go with Aroldis Chapman. One of those stable closers, hopefully.
Yeah, educator for life, a little nervous about Nelson not being signed. I get it. It seems pretty, I don't know, maybe I'm being too optimistic. It seems pretty likely he's going back to Minnesota. The run has kind of started.
I'm just not really interested with the age that he's at now. Like you said, I mean, util only in this format too. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really have.
I just know I've looked at his and I'm not the biggest Nelson Cruz person. I think that he can be the player that kind of defies the rules as far as age. Like, I think that's really likely. But at some point, I'm just not going to bet on outliers that long. I don't like at some point age gets everyone, and it may not be this year, but I've taken him in a few. Getting some hate for our Cruz love, or dislove, and that's the thing. And he's right. I mean, like, dude's been mashing. I know I looked at him last year for like the injury, like he had like some nagging injuries. And his hard hit rate, or his exit velocity, max exit velocity goes down, and it's still higher than like 90% of the league. I mean, like, the dude had in a quote unquote down year, was still a really freaking good player.
Right.
So I get it. I completely get it. Looks like I'm up, so I guess I should make a pick. I should have been thinking about where I wanted to go.
Oh, you're over here gabbing with the.
Yeah, I'm just out here gabbing away.
I keep looking down at my phone and how I'm up in that $100 Fantrax league right now and getting stressed. I just know if I go over there, it's gonna too much at once. I
think I need to take a pitcher here. It's just a question of which pitcher.
So you've got two.
I went ahead and went Hendricks. In this format, he's going to go long. He's going to go deep into games. So I like him there.
He was a consideration for me when I took Chapman. So.
Okay, good. Gigantes is the educator life, so that helps us.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he was trashing his own team earlier. That's good. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody come in and blow up their own team, or blow up someone else's team.
Yeah. Let's see here. So you've got another pick in here before me. So how are we pacing here? We're through 9 rounds in 37 minutes.
There's 32 of these, so
Yeah.
do that times 3. So yeah, we're going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know if the clock. I probably should check this. I don't know if the clock changes at a certain point. I know it's common in a lot of drafts.
I didn't think of that. It does in the slow drafts. I don't know. It only does in the last 2 rounds in the slow draft. So
in the and Fantrax, I think it drops in half in the last 15 rounds or something like that.
Oh, for live, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
We still it stays according to Gigantes. I don't know if I'm saying Gigantes right.
I don't either.
I apologize if I'm mispronouncing.
I thought that earlier myself. I think I'm going to try to. Oh man, I think I'm going to try to sneak in a pick over and. No, you're just emptying my queue in the $100 Fantrax league. I see.
Good. You jumped out to way too big of a lead.
That's Starlin Castro pick.
Second base is a wasteland.
Yeah, it is. I do have all these in that league, though.
So we still have JD Martinez is still on the board. Is that right?
Quiet, Derek. Yeah.
There he goes. There he goes. I think he needed to go.
Interesting timing there.
Like it. At some point, it's worth it.
I think we were getting there. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think we were getting there. Let's see here. So I got catcher first, second, short, third, 1 outfielder, and 3 pitchers. You are picking now.
And it's going to be Eddie Rosario. So fill in the util spot with an outfielder.
Yeah. Well, that's usually the best, really the only way to go in these. It's usually going to be an outfielder.
And I feel like an idiot because I think I would have rather done something else, but oh well, it's too late now. And I just realized what I would rather have done. So we'll see. Maybe it won't cost me.
Let this be a lesson that we should stick to slow drafts.
No, this is a blast. This is crazy.
It's fun. I just don't know what I'm doing.
It's going to be hectic when there's 6 or 7 of us in the stream on Thursday.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Where do I go here? Yikes. Rosario, actually, now that I'm looking, probably would have been my guy.
I do think we're starting to enter the point of these drafts, and I think it's earlier in these drafts than it is in other leagues where you can kind of start ignoring ADP.
Yeah.
Just because, I think there's a lot more hey, look, just get the guy you like.
Right.
Relative to other leagues, I think that happens maybe in a 5 to 7 more rounds. I could be overshooting that.
Nah, I think you're pretty much spot on. Now I got a couple ways to go. I really like how we've talked about before the outfielder depth that you can get in these leagues. I really don't like reaching for it because I feel like there's this big pocket of guys that I can start getting in rounds pretty soon.
Dang it. That was the guy I should have taken instead of Rosario. Yeah, because I'm still one of 2 teams without a second baseman.
So. Second and third base eligibility. He's pretty good here.
Yeah, I like the dual eligibility.
So
we got a team that has taken 2 DH players. I just noticed.
Oh boy,
Jordan and Stanton.
Oh man,
I don't think either one of those guys is going to pick up outfield eligibility. That's a little rough. I think that's a little rough this early.
I agree. Man, I am between couple guys here.
19.
I'm gonna go with the aforementioned Eric Hosmer, and may not draft another first baseman now. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, my boyfriend, Erman.
Did he just go?
Yep. It was a good spot for him, especially here. I like that.
Yeah, that is good.
That's Gigante's 3rd starting pitcher. I like that. I like those. I like his pitching staff.
Who's his 3 pitchers?
Scherzer, Carrasco, Marquez.
I like Carrasco and Marquez.
Yeah.
I'm not really wanting to draft Scherzer where he's going, but I love him.
Yep. Bedtime on the East Coast for sure.
Whose bedtime is it?
TBHBT. HBT. Yeah.
Who says I'm sweating?
You look like it. Oh, you got a glisten on your forehead for me.
It's this damn screen, man.
No.
Am I sweating? Man, maybe I am.
I do agree. But Marquez is one of those guys. The great thing in best ball is he's going to twirl some home starts that aren't going to suck, and you're going to get them because you don't have to guess when those are going to be.
That is a beautiful thing. Well, there went Verdugo. That pisses me off.
Yeah, you and let's see how many guys are still just at that one outfielder. It looks like there's 4 teams with one outfielder.
I don't think it's a bad move to do that. Oh man, and there went Will Myers. Okay. So we're at pick 123. I don't think I can pass up. I don't want to go pitcher here at all, but I don't think I can pass this particular man up anymore. And I really don't like the fact that I'm going to have 2 members of the Phillies rotational.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's a guy. I like it. He's just sitting out there. Yeah, you can't just – I wasn't going to leave him out there any longer.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that was still happening, honestly.
There's I think there's a lot of pitchers that are kind of hanging out waiting for somebody to show them some love.
Well, Zach Wheeler is one of those guys like Kyle Hendricks that's just kind of like nobody thinks about him, kind of boring, just pitches, but he's good. I just got him 30 picks after ADP anyway, but kind of had to do it. So, did Pablo go yet? Nux is asking. I don't think so.
No, he's still hanging out there. But that's about right. We're at pick 125. He's got an ADP of 129, so still not quite Pablo territory typically.
Yeah, I love him. I'm really excited to watch him this year. I'm pretty excited about that.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say uh-oh for?
Well, yeah. Man, I waited. Dylan Moore went, and he was going to be my second base. You know what? I'm just punting. I'm not going to have a second baseman. I'm just not going to play.
That's happened to me.
Is that optional? Can I just not have second base?
Oh, you're already going to draft one. Okay.
No, we'll just go without.
That has happened to me in these. Where I am just like, okay, I guess I'll get one in round 13 or something.
I don't love it. I don't like it at all. I prefer to have. Oh, Diaz was the number 1 guy in my queue. Okay, all right. We're gonna get creative. So allegedly,
wait, where'd you go? What'd you do?
I went Marcus Semien because allegedly he's going to pick up second baseman eligibility.
Is that true?
Well, I just heard some speculation, so I could be wrong, and that could be a pick that I regret. But if he picks up second baseman, 3 or 4 weeks into the year, I will be happy.
That is definitely getting creative.
Because I think the thought is Biggio plays third, Vlad plays first. You're not moving Bo off short.
Right.
Semien plays second. I think that, because I don't think you're going to play him at third.
Yeah.
So if they do it that way, and, it may take, he may not play there every day, but if he picks it up, a few weeks into the season, maybe.
Yeah, that would definitely be good. That'd be a nice little pickup for you for this particular league. But yeah, I'm with you on second base. Yeah, there's been times where I don't end up. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm just going to have to platoon a couple later guys. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to bring this up earlier, but we got off track. Who was it that said they would just punt catcher?
I think that was Nux. Nux was talking about it.
So I guess when I hear that though, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Is it?
Well, I think he was just talking. You just wait. But I think with Contreras still out there, you couldn't. He's still a quality catcher.
I guess I just mean when people in general say punt something, I guess are you saying do you just take the replacement level in your mind catcher? Do you just wait and take?
Oh no, to me that just means you're kicking it down the road. You're going to go, I mean, maybe it means something different to everybody else, but for me it just means later in the draft.
Right.
Next got a question about Jimenez. I always want to do that. I don't know.
Andres?
Yes. And my thing about that is we don't know. I just don't like the uncertainty around him. But yeah, I mean, it's a thought. It's not a bad thought.
He'll be really good down in Pawtucket this year.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Until we know more, they just have so many bodies. I was all excited about Rosario, and then they just keep throwing bodies. And then here's what Nux says, not punt entirely, just not take one right away after Yaz went.
Oh, okay. I just sometimes hear that, and I'm wondering, do people mean like I'm just going to pair, bottom of the barrel guys together?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, the great thing about catcher, in my opinion, is there's another kind of group of them that I think you can easily just kick to.
Yeah. No,
it's that next group down.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to let Contreras go. I think he plays a lot. I like him. Not a lot of injury history. Where are you going here, Derek?
So I need a pitcher. I think I'd like to have a fourth pitcher now, and I know who it's going to be. Go ahead and take Iglesias.
Okay.
I think
a couple of closers.
Yeah, I think I prefer Iglesias to Diaz to Karinchak.
I agree.
I just think that he's much more. I think for me he's the fourth closer that I prefer. Not necessarily projected to be the highest scoring, because I think if I may actually have him projected for a few less saves. I just think he's more likely to actually achieve his projection than some of the other guys.
That's what it's all about. And having the job. And I trust that with Rysel more than Diaz. That's
Giganta's talking about what we were talking about with catcher. He's in that catcher problems.
Who said catcher problems? Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, it gets crappy down there. But that said, one of these guys that we're saying is crappy, or you're getting the bottom of the barrel, is going to have a good year. So you can tell me who that is. I'll draft him. But all right, so I am up, and I am looking for basically the best outfielder that I can attain. I think that's the way to go here. Although sometimes it's okay to start working on your bench in these at some point, but not yet. So let's go. We're going to go with Baltimore Oriole, Anthony Santander. Kind of jumping him there a bit, but there's a big group that I feel like I'd have been jumping any of them, honestly. So
we're almost through 12 rounds. So about a third of the way through, a little over a third of the way through.
Yeah. So I now have my complete lineup.
Boy, I was thinking this draft was going to be like 90 minutes. It's probably going to be more like 2 hours.
I was planning for 90 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's probably going to be closer to maybe a scooch over.
Might have to multitask towards the end.
You don't want to auto pick any of your picks? There goes
I picked in the 100 already earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't want to let that one go long. All right. So as far as this draft goes, let's see here. So this is pick 145. Man, Segura really did go early. I usually like to count on him around this area. So that kind of sucks.
Okay, Sean Murphy. Catcher's really drying up.
Yeah, not a problem for you and me.
No, we're going to go ahead and ignore that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Got some tunes going in the background there.
I think that's I think it might be my wife's TV show.
Oh, okay. I was watching The Sopranos earlier, some Netflix or HBO Max.
Plug, nice little plug there. They paid us good money for that.
I'm going to tell you about my HBO Max subscription a little bit
That's
more
right.
here in a moment.
After the break, so you're up. You got.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to go. Did somebody just take Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo's gone. Yeah.
Okay, well, that clears that up for me. I'm just going to go with, oh, geez. I'm going to go with Ian Happ.
Josh Bell finally went a few picks ago. I think that's good.
Yeah, I did too.
That's good value on him.
I think so too.
You're at three. You blasted through, so now you're at three outfielders.
Yep. Yeah, 3 now. And 4 pitchers. You have 4 pitchers too?
Yep. Yeah, Iglesias was my 4th.
Yeah.
Austin Riley, I like that pick.
Yeah, I do too, as you know. Although I think I was overdrafting him early on. Like the more that I look at like Kyle Seager, Brian Anderson.
Well, that's the thing is I think there's a group of guys there that I for some reason those guys are going after Austin Riley. And I mean, Austin Riley's young and he's more exciting. So I do get that to a certain extent. But like, I think those guys should be going in front of him.
Well, also on Fantrax, like the OBP factor kind of with Riley, I think. He could blow up though. I mean, he could definitely do a lot in that ballpark, and he was pretty good last year.
So I'm going to take. I kind of torn because there's a guy I want. I'm going to go ahead and take Urshela, even though I already have a third baseman. But he's one of my higher ranked hitters left.
Yeah.
Non-outfielders.
So. Right. Yeah, you got to make that caveat. And again, that's why I don't mind waiting on these outfielders because, like, we're usually going to draft 6 in these BB10s, and you only have 2 spots. So, sometimes.
Well, and if somebody has multi-eligibility, like, not that you're probably not going to play him in outfield.
Wait, who?
But if somebody has multi-eligibility, you have to have that.
Yeah. Man, I'm just thinking about how fun Thursday night's going to be.
Yeah.
This is fast, just you and me.
Yeah, you're starting an hour earlier on Thursday night, so I'll be less of an old man.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, it's almost 11 p.m. where I am.
East Coast, I'm a firm believer that the Eastern time zone is the worst of all the time zones.
It can be bad. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't want Pacific Coast time.
Well, one thing that's great about that is football starts at 10 a.m.
That's interesting.
That's one of my favorite parts about visiting the Pacific time zone is that football starts early.
What I think is weird though is like, okay, the Super Bowl ends and it's like 6:30 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, well,
it's still light outside.
I'm drunk. What do I do? What direction you think you're going here? Are you about at another pitcher yet?
I took a pitcher with my last pick, didn't I?
I thought you took Coachella.
Oh, you're right. No, I probably need another pitcher. Like pitchers. Yeah. Oh, Aaron Savali would have been nice. I would have taken.
Any more help from me? Just let me know.
Yeah, no.
Not Savali.
Just tell me who to pick.
Savali would have been.
I felt like we've been fighting over Savali.
Yeah, I think so.
You made me move him up because I was never getting him, and I wanted him, and so I had to start taking him about a round before I would normally. And
really? I felt like that's what you were doing to me. I felt like
you started it. I swear you started.
Okay, all right. That Cleveland rotation. I mean, man,
I want a taste. Can't always get Bieber, and I'm not a big Plesac guy, so give me Savali.
I got Plesac at 81 in that $100 one the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I
looked at him the round before, but
some people argue that's where he should be going. But
Yeah, I mean, I just yeah, we won't rehash that.
You went off. Did you take Alcantara?
I did.
Ah, interesting. I don't have.
I think he's gonna pitch. I think he's gonna pitch deep in the games.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't necessarily. He was not the highest projected pitcher on my board.
Yeah,
he's I kind of went off a little bit off script there.
Let's see here. So I've now got 3 outfielders.
We'll probably just stream through maybe round 15, and then
yeah, I think that's
we'll
cool.
just crank it out. Us and the 3 other people who are hanging out with us.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm really glad that other one that I did not fill. There is no way I would have handled 2 live drafts.
Yeah, I don't. When you said you were going to do them back to back, I'm just like, you're a crazy person.
Yeah, I really don't know what I was thinking. I literally forgot how difficult doing a live draft is.
You're used to being able to do 20 of the slow drafts all at once.
And I'll be honest with you, that's a mistake. I'm going to slow down right now because it's.
Well, you just let me know which ones you're not going to get in.
I'm not in the current $10 fan.
Oh, are you? Is that going to stay that way?
It's probably staying that way.
Oh wow, I think it's going to fill tonight. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I am not in it.
I know there were a couple that filled over the weekend that I wasn't in, or at least one.
I got to take a break from those ones because when I get on the clock for them, I'm like, I don't even care almost. I'm just like, oh man, what do I do? Which
all
is
right. So is this you now? So no Wentz. No, one more pick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I can't do that.
Do you have Eni up?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it's no, okay. Here's another option. I just got defeated and then really excited all in a couple seconds there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Frankie Montas here as my next pitcher.
That's a nice pick. I had him in the queue.
I don't have much of him this year because I think there still is some leftover kind of fervor about him, I think. But I occasionally am able to get him. So
I've had a decent amount of him this year.
Really?
Yeah. I
like the situation obviously for him.
Yeah, I last year feels like the it was the oh crap, I am not in the draft right now.
Well, you're nowhere near up, so you're good for now.
I got distracted.
Yeah, people are bailing on the live stream. And there goes Nick Solak. That's great.
Yeah, that was another one at second base. I guess I actually need to draft somebody because somebody's gonna have to play that first week at second base.
Hey, are you sure about this Simeon thing? Is that?
No, I'm pretty sure. He's going to be second base. I actually have another. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Is it time for you to draft Paul DeYoung?
I don't. Him and Polanco are coming into the purview here. Jorge, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. No, definitely. You need Gregory Polanco on the 15th.
Yeah. Man, I'm starting to worry about like backup second base. I didn't even realize I was on the clock now. So, oh geez. So I've got 3 outfielders. Yeah, I probably should get one of these shortstops. Yeah, looking at where I'm at. Although I will tell you, I've been taking Polanco over DeYoung.
I'm going to tell him. You said that.
That's fine.
14 seconds.
There we go.
I really wanted Polanco.
Did you really?
Yeah, because another second base. He's playing second base.
Oh my god, dude! I didn't even think about it. I did not even think about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great pick for me now.
No, if you're worried about second baseman, there goes Paul DeYoung. You guys are going to make me have to jump some schmo.
Man, I really got to start thinking about that in-season eligibility thing.
I try not to think about it too much. I think there's just a handful of guys that it's worth considering on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. He's a big one, Polanco.
I think so because they're pretty adamant that that's what's happening. So
right.
Oh boy, pitcher's going off the board here. So I'm up. Zach Eflin went. He was at the top.
Yeah,
We'll go ahead and take. I'm going to go ahead and get another pitcher. I went Chris Bassett.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh man, I was geared up for Polanco.
Sorry, man.
No judgment. No judgment. You got to.
And it's funny. How funny is it that I didn't even take into consideration the second base?
Funny is not the right word for that, Brian. Annoying is the right word. That is the word you're looking for.
I got Polanco. I didn't even realize he was.
Oh, do you need a second baseman still? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, we are almost at the conclusion of round 15. Man, Thursday night's going to be a blast.
Well, you won't have to tap dance by yourself on Thursday night, thankfully. We'll have some help.
Yeah.
Any teams? Boy, John A., he did not take a pitcher until round 8, but he now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the – he took 6 in like his next 5 rounds or 6 rounds.
Interesting.
I don't think that's a bad strategy here. I wouldn't have taken the 6 he took, but –
yeah, I agree with you. I guess I never understand like the all of one thing, all of another thing.
Well, I mean, Phil talked about it, right? I mean, that's what Phil says. He in the drafting holds that he was like, he does the pitchers and he just pounds hitters.
Well, yeah, that I guess like for that concept, I think of it a little different. I guess also I know that Phil knows what he's doing. I think that, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be condescending. He does.
I'm in a NFBC 150 with him and Casey Chaw's in there and some other guys, some other names I recognize are in there. And it's like they do something. I'm like, well, should I be doing that? Like these guys are smart. Like I don't feel great.
Like you have to draft off them. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, yeah, I was like,
Is that one going on right now?
Yeah, it's going on right now. It's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that would stress me out, man. That's why I haven't gotten into that format yet, because I don't want to add that into like the multitude of
right.
I don't know. I think it would really mess me up. But well, we're through round 15. Do you want to stay on? Do you want to?
Yeah, we can hang out a little bit longer.
Okay.
Boy, I just realized I need some backup position players.
Yeah, that's where second base is always a.
Do you have any multi-eligible players?
I don't think I do yet.
I do not have a single one yet. I don't love it.
No, I don't. But this is usually around where it starts to happen for me. Like a little earlier, sometimes I get Segura, sometimes even Chris Taylor. Yeah, I'm actually surprised I don't. That's interesting. But yeah, this is where I like it because, you need those backups and you can eliminate a roster position around now.
Dalton Varsho went. I don't know if you saw that at 15. The last pick in round 15. He's catcher, outfield eligible, but I don't think he's going to play.
See, it is weird. Yeah, I don't know how much he's going to play even in the outfield.
Well, they said at least I thought I read that. Oh, son of a!
You were taking Christian Walker.
Oh, I was all on Christian Walker. All right, man. Pivot.
Like you're taking Rowdy.
No. Yeah, right.
What happened?
The guy I was going to take must have gotten picked, and I missed it while I was talking. Oh yeah, crap. Oh, gross. Yeah, see, now we're to the point where I do not. Well, this sucks. This is I've got this as like a $3 or $4 difference in players. Ugh.
Oh, Jared Walsh. Okay.
He's the next, he's of that group of first basemen. Man, that sucks. I thought Trey Mancini, I missed him getting picked because I would have taken, or as Bubba calls him, Trey Boo Boo.
Yeah. That's like one of those picks that I had earlier where like you feel like you have to do it, but it's probably not the right, good value.
Yeah, I didn't love it. Didn't love it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm impressed with a couple of names here. All right. Let's see. There's a lot of directions to go. This is where this thing gets a little hairy now. Well, I can see one thing I'm not doing, apparently. Okay.
I accidentally booted myself out of the live stream, so
that happened to me earlier.
But I don't know if it killed the broadcast.
So. I don't think it did. I heard like the ambiance the entire time.
Okay.
Like, as if you were there. Yep, Arenado is official. I cannot wait to read everything I can about that tonight.
All right, try and walk me off a cliff. I know Gomber is now – I get it. He's now a Rocky. That sucks. Do you think he plays?
Yeah. I mean, who do they have? I don't know. Like, I can't even think of the rotation. I know you've been taking John Gray at the end of the fan track stuff, but he had shoulder stuff going on last year, which scares me.
I mean, I'm taking him and hoping I'm getting 120 innings. And maybe that's – I don't even know if that's realistic. I can't quit John Gray, and there's nothing you can I'm not sure you can convince me.
He was my highest owned player last year.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you were there. You were with me.
I quit. Yeah. Okay, what the hell do I do here? Oh, okay. Well, see, I know I'm probably going to have second base eligibility with Polanco, but
oh yeah, yeah. Do you know that now?
I can't go back to second base again right now.
What I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm going with the 0 second base strategy. It's working really well.
That's okay. It's a lot like the 0 RB strategy in football. It's all the rage right now.
Right. I got a guy. He's up in my queue, so we'll see if somebody takes him from me.
Oh boy, what do I do here? I got to check what these two guys need in 15 seconds. Okay, I might. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay there. God, give me Max Kepler.
I think that's a good spot for Max.
I like him a lot. I think
I'd like to circle back on outfield at some point, but I have not been able to.
Probably be the end for me for a little while. That's that pocket though. That like Santander, Happ, Kepler.
Ryan McMahon just went. That was one of the second basemen in my queue.
Yikes! And he's got all kinds.
I hate this. I think he's got eligibility, and I mean, if he doesn't play now, I mean,
right?
Son of a
Fletcher. I feel like I'm listening to an in this league mock draft.
I have no one to blame but myself. Man, what am I doing?
See, this is what sucks about that. Yeah, you start to get lost and can't find your way home to second base anymore.
There's only one person I can blame.
Who? Me.
Well, yes, that's exactly right. That's right. Well, even then, I'd still need somebody to be second base for the first week.
Yeah, right. True. Sweet. Well, everything I wanted to happen right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a backup third baseman with Brian Anderson. I think he's a rock solid guy.
Yeah, I think that's again. I like him there.
I just take boring, easy picks.
I don't feel like he's that boring. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, I mean, middle of the lineup and hits. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that's that boring. It's kind of what wins, you know.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Who did what now?
McCutcheon. That's my boy.
Wow. I just figured it was better second baseman. I don't even know.
No, there are no more second basemen. They're all gone.
Oh, I see a guy I like.
You can have him.
Are you sure?
You like Gavin Lux?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, okay. I don't know how far down you're going then.
No. No, Lux will not be on rosters for me.
So we're to the point where it's annoying to me, like just for perspective, there are $12 outfielders left, and the highest valued second baseman is $5 for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yep. I thought I wasn't happy settling with Altuve earlier, but maybe I should
must be nice.
Thank my lucky stars on that one, because
this is one of those problems where sometimes, and this happens, maybe it's not everybody else doesn't have this problem, but where I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to get this guy. I don't get this guy. Okay, well, I don't like anybody else at this spot. And instead of just taking care of that position, you just kind of keep putting it off.
Right.
And you can run into this situation where it's like a runaway train. Like you could have just had a much, a less, maybe it's a second baseman you didn't love, but it could have been better than what I'm going to be end up with. Yeah,
you basically I know where your mind's at. Let me see what you do here.
We'll go outfield here.
Okay. Well, you'll have some.
Okay, as I talk about second base.
Oh, I love Schwarber.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if I should be taking him in this format with the penalty for his batting average.
Right. I do like him though. Where's he going to hit in that lineup? Middle of the order?
I'm hoping so.
Well, I actually meant as opposed to, and maybe I'm just being an idiot right here and not thinking. I meant opposed to second, because the Cubs.
Oh no, I don't think he hits there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because the Cubs did that because they didn't have table setters. Like they did not have traditional leadoff men. Everybody in that lineup was like a 260 hitter. I mean, Anthony Rizzo was probably their best leadoff guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I think it's going to be fifth.
Yeah, you're probably right. He can take his walks, though. I mean, I think that that's probably why the Cubs were doing that.
Right now, if you just, read off roster resource, it's fourth. But I think they sign one more person. I don't know.
Could get Ozuna. Could you see them?
Could do Ozuna. Yeah. No, they're outfield. I mean, only if there's DH, because it's already Soto, Schwarber, and then Robles. There's not really a room there.
Got to play Victor Robles.
I got to know who I'm picking next. I'm going to set a new min pick on this player.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
No, don't be.
No, I'm really excited for this. I have it can't be this person.
It could be.
Okay, I have a guess. Does he play for the team we were just talking about?
Yes.
Oh, man. I kind of do love this.
Oh, it's gross. I'm going to have to go take a shower after this.
Dude, he could be good this year.
I thought he could be good. He's just he's going 50 picks later.
We should let everybody know that we're talking about Starlin Castro.
Well, yeah, everybody except for whoever the heck PTK Layson is. I'm assuming he's not going to take Starlin. He couldn't pick Starlin Castro if he wanted to.
He took Lux.
I did look at Lux, and I probably should have taken Lux, but I don't like Gavin Lux. I don't
either. I don't draft guys like that.
I hate the way the Dodgers have treated what they have done. They don't. I don't know. They're not acting like a team that is all in on Gavin Lux. Just in my opinion.
Yeah,
and they have so many guys that they can just cycle through there. Otani's an interesting guy here.
Yeah, I just saw that
outfield and is he util only?
I think he is.
No,
I'll be honest with you, man. I can't ever keep track of what the deal is with Otani in every league, so I just
he's just pitcher only in this format.
He's just pitcher. Why is he listed at util?
Well, I guess he has pitcher and util, but I thought he had outfield eligibility on one of the other. Man, maybe I'm tripping.
I think he's outfield on Fantrax.
Fantrax. Maybe I'm just got Fantrax. I think I drafted him in an NFBC 150 because he'll get outfield eligibility, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah. When are they going to just stop one of the two works in progress with that guy?
Man, it feels like it should be coming, but
It's the Angels, so I don't really trust them to do anything that makes any sense because when do they ever? So
yeah. So here's clarity. Yeah, you can only use it in one position per week. But the nice thing is you don't have to decide what that position is.
Yeah.
It's going to be based on his best position that week. So I feel, as opposed to like if you had to pick what position he was going to be at.
Yeah, that's
so. And I do think he'll pick up outfield eligibility.
Yeah, he very well could.
That's a nice pick. Like I
said. Yeah, that's good. I'm intrigued by a couple pitchers here, and I'm trying to decide which to go with.
Whichever one you think I don't want.
I think you want at least two of the three.
We'll see. I'm gonna have to look to see who's left.
Man, I am just torn between these two. So, oh man, I'm gonna go Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, that would have been one of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's
a couple there though.
Yeah, there are. And I'm probably not taking the other one because I need to go a different direction now. So I don't need to. I don't know. Let's see here. I wanted Tommy La Stella. That didn't happen for me. So
I'm a little worried about how much he's going to play.
Because there's so many bodies in San Francisco.
Lots of bodies, yep.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys. Dubon can play everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Although they have – Roster Resource has La Stella at third.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Wait a minute. Where's Longoria?
Yeah, I would say I think Longoria plays third. I don't know. This maybe that means mostly util. I got a question. 6-man LA rotation probably means mostly util. I mean, maybe, but I guess it's hard to know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you could play him over Albert. That's not really a problem.
Wonder if they'll actually do it. Better Cardinal contract. Letting Albert Pujols walk, or I'll think of another one later. I'm up right now. And somebody took Stroman, which is the other person I had my eye on. Interesting stuff here. Oh man. I'll tell you what, having to make a decision quickly, I think oh yeah, they took Stroman. I'm sitting here looking for Stroman.
Yeah, you can't find him. He's not there.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. So shoot, they also took somebody else. This is a panic pick. I'm just going to let you know that now. I'm going to go with Mauricio Dubon.
Has he got a bunch of eligibility? I guess
he does.
Second outfield?
Yeah, and short.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do that badly at all.
Yeah, I don't have Dubon as a high rated player for me.
Nah, it is going to free me up some space. I don't know. I didn't love a lot of what else was around. And that was probably my worst pick of the draft.
Matthew Boyd. I like Matthew Boyd. That's a nice pick there.
Yeah, I was thinking about him too. Probably should have just went that direction. I just didn't want to go another pitcher right there. Well, now I pretty much have second and short covered, third's covered, first is covered. That's a good feeling whenever you have those backups. Like I just like to.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
It is, but then you also, like I probably just reach right there on Dubon and you get a subpar player for the eligibility. So stuff that we caution against. Oh, so he answered that question about Ohtani. That's what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
it's good that somebody pays attention to those rules because I definitely don't. All right.
That's a nice pick. I had Javier as my next pitcher. Instead, I'm going to take the highest rated hitter that I had left on the board.
Yeah, these third basemen right here are kind of like I got Brian Anderson, you got Kyle Seager, we saw Escobar go. They're all steady eddies, you know?
Yeah, and I tend to try and wrap my third base up earlier than the other positions.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets bad. This thing is taking a little longer than I would have guessed. It's probably our fault. It's probably me, like taking 45 seconds to pick.
Is there a way? I don't know if you can check average pick times on.
I don't know.
Here. I know you can on Fantrax. Maybe there is a way, but I'm not aware of it.
I don't know. You would think
so.
Yeah,
this would be helpful to let people know Thursday night. It's going to be later than I thought it would be.
What's the start time on that again?
That's an hour earlier, so it'll be 9 o'clock your time. So you'll only be up till 10:30 because we're going on an hour and 22, and yeah, I mean I think we're going to be at 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. I'm wowing that because that's late.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I better make this.
Well, maybe
Fantrax pick.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see here. Maybe I can even discuss this Fantrax situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pitchers out of 13 on this team right now. Talking about this Fantrax.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want a pitcher here. This is 165 overall. I'm looking at. Ooh, okay, yeah. Since I'm talking to you, maybe I shouldn't actually say all these names.
I was going to say, don't do that because I might be picking on the other side of you.
No, you're not. I'll actually pick again before you're up again, the way this is set up. But let's see here.
Check to see who I'll be taking a picture here. Took Ryan Yarbrough. I was not a Ryan Yarbrough guy until Chris, who does the pods. Baseball pods.
Yeah.
Got into a discussion with him about it, and he taught me. He learned me up, and I was like, I might be on Yarbrough. I think I was just discounting the Rays letting him go, and it seemed like that maybe isn't going to be the case. So I've ended up with a lot of him lately.
I started to look into him more too, and I was really impressed. Like, yeah, everything he said, I saw that conversation, and I looked into it, and I'm like, wow, yeah, this is legit. I was right where you were. I thought the same thing. I was just like, what is there to like? It's just another Rays guy. You know what I mean?
Anybody got any questions they want us to try and answer while we're just waiting to do? Anybody has questions about best ball or
give us some best ball,
Fantrax, something like that?
Give us some best ball questions, BB10, Fantrax, whatever you want. It's February 1st. The volume on these is going to pick up big time over the next 2 months. Hopefully the season's starting on time by the looks of the latest proposal.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Man, I'd love that.
Man, so would I. I mean, it would just – dude, last year when we finally got baseball, the feeling of nightly being able to turn a game on it was such a relief. Like, especially with all the crap that was going on in the world. It was just like I just sit here at home with my son and turn on any game, watch Trevor Bauer pitch or whatever, and it was just like all's right with the world, man, when baseball is around.
Last year was such a unique year for me because I ended up I had my best ball leagues, but then I had like just one in-season or 2 in-season management leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And they were both like the cut line format. So there's nothing to do. Like I just had 2 fab periods all year, all 2 months. It was one of the weirdest seasons I had, but I was like, I cared so much about those 2 leagues.
Right. Yeah. But that is cool though. That reminds me of like I'm going to do something that's probably going to make you laugh right now.
Drew Smiley? Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Third chair.
He's probably my least favorite of the Giants pitchers. Not because I think he's going to be the worst of the Giants pitchers. I just have a man crush on a different one.
Well, you don't know what you're going to get from Smiley. It could be
from any of them. I think you could say that about pretty much everybody.
Yeah, true. I know who you're talking about. Who am I? Who else? Oh, you're talking about Cueto.
No, that's right. That's right. I'll tell you, Cueto was one of those guys where I was like, oh yeah, steady Eddie. And then I went and looked at his injury history. That dude can't stay healthy.
I haven't drafted once because of that.
Yeah. I didn't realize how brutal it was. I just, I mean, some of it is he's been in the league a long time, but like he's not had a lot of 208 seasons.
No, and he's projected for like
a lot.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know where you're getting that, but I'm not taking that bait.
I got a few shares early and then none since.
Yeah. Oh boy, I see where I should
go look if you're looking for a third baseman.
No, I'm good.
That cliff's done.
I'm good there for a while. I think what I do need to do, it's not ever anything that fun, but I think I might need to get my second catcher. And
way too early for a second catcher, Brian.
You think so?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's going to be somebody you love because I'm really only between two people.
I said there's only one guy I love in this area.
Yeah,
I do have a lot of Carson Kelly. I saw Matt Modica had a lot of Carson Kelly, so that made me feel good.
That does make you feel good.
Anytime I'll tell you validation.
I will tell you, I don't usually like to divulge the upcoming guests of the Fantasy Basketball exclusive podcast.
Did you get Modica?
Modica will be on.
That's great.
Airing on February 15th.
I've been saving MLB moving averages and Modica. They did a pod. It was John's podcast, and like I've been saving it because I know that I will just hearing those two talk, just the way they talk.
I love
it's just so great. It's so great.
I want to eat dinner with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good time. I loved listening to them. As soon as I saw John had him on, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it queued up, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Another one's that pull hitter pod with with Ellen Adair, Yancey, Jenny Butler, and Shelley. Like that's another one that's like I want to be able to listen to it. I don't want to just I want to like pay attention to it.
Yeah, it just uploaded today. It's like 2 hours long. That's one cool thing that Rob does is he's not afraid of kind of longer form conversations and with people that you don't hear very often that are really unique. I love Rob's podcast.
So we got a question. First BB draft and punted catchers until the 34th, drafted Gomes, Stassi, and Barnhart. So if he punted till the 34th, I'm guessing this is a Fantrax. I think that's probably got to be Fantrax. I think it's fine. I think as long as you did something with those earlier picks that you didn't use on catcher. I mean, it's not necessarily my favorite thing to do, but I've done it, and I think the teams, turn out good. Obviously, I like Gomes because he's got the job and he's probably going to pitch the most. Here, I'm going to make a pick real quick.
I'll pick up where you left off. I was doing that exact strategy early on this year in Fantrax because it was so confusing looking at this year's catcher situation. But I was ending up with a lot of like Yachty, Posey, Barnhart, or that might even be being generous. So I think it can work. You definitely need 3 if you're going with that bad quality. But I've had Barnhart, Stallings, and Kelly. I think it can work. My approach for catcher, though, this year, especially in Fantrax, is I just want to vary my approach because I don't know what's going to happen. It's all over the place. So I rarely get Real Muto, but like I'll go from Grandal, Contreras down to Austin Nola, Sean Murphy, Christian Vasquez, down to that 3 bottom guys thing. So there's a lot of ways to go. What's the latest you're finding you wait on catcher in Fantrax?
I've had a couple where like that last question where I've ended up with like Stassi, some of those kind of guys as like one of those guys is like an ace. I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it. I don't prefer it. So I think this is like, I think you can do it. And if the value falls that makes the most sense, then you do it. And I think you can come out ahead. And I like that group that he had there. Maybe the only one I would replace is Barnhart. So like kind of basically when Roberto Perez goes off, that's kind of like been if I'm going to do like a punt catcher, he's kind of like the type of guy that I want as my number one. Because I think Gomes, I think, is very similar. I think they're locked into the majority of the catching time.
Gomes, I had some worries about earlier on in the offseason when it seemed like maybe they were in on Real Muto.
Right.
But now, I'm with you on Roberto Perez too. The Indians aren't going to do anything. So,
yep. Vince Velasquez goes. That's a guy who I get all the time in Fantrax, and I just don't take him at all in this format.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what will come from him. He's one of those guys with such a wide range of outcomes that,
And some of it, I'm kind of projecting on what I think will be improvements in the coaching.
Yeah. The Phillies could be interesting. I think the Phillies are going to be interesting. I think people are going to start sleeping on them because they've been underachieving, but they obviously still have a great team.
Mm-hmm.
Brought Real Muto back. Bryce Harper might be on the verge of having one of these historic seasons here. I don't know. I could see something happening for them.
My guy Reese back and healthy.
Yeah. So how much do you think the elbow thing is going to impact him?
It's very unclear. I was getting him a lot more earlier in the off season, and then I kind of bumped his playing time down in case he missed the first part of the season, and I haven't been getting as much of him. I don't know. I read about it. He seems confident. He's already hitting. I don't worry about it as much. These guys who have come hitters now, he had like a modified Tommy John is how I've heard it described.
Right.
So it's a quicker recovery time. All right, I'm up here. Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and take a picture.
Nice. That would have been something.
Yeah, I like Cannon.
Yeah.
But so I don't worry as much about those guys having power and stuff when they come back. So hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah. I see an outfielder I am surprised to see here a little bit.
Yeah, I see him. At least if it's who I think it is.
I don't think I've owned him in these yet.
It's probably because I take him.
Maybe. Interesting.
If it's who I think it is, we'll see. I don't know if you're as high on this guy.
There went Victor Robles.
He's a guy who I almost draft so much, and then I never end up drafting him.
I have gotten him on the tail end of where he's the max pick a few times. Because I think the hate is so widespread now that the pitch is kind of swinging back a little bit. Everybody tweets pictures of his baseball savant page.
Right.
And, but he might play 145 games and if not more. He's great defensively from what the experts tell me. So I got a couple directions here I'd like to go. Yeah, I got two guys. If I come away with these two guys and these two picks, I'd be pretty happy. Come on. Now I'm actually ready to make a pick, and it's being delayed a bit here. So how early of a riser are you?
Not that early. I really, especially now that I'm working from home, it's 7:00. So it's not brutal. My kids are up. Sometimes they're up at 6:30. So occasionally up at 6. A lot of times I'm up, just not awake and functioning.
Right.
My kids are old enough that for the most part they can. I don't care if they play in their room quietly. I don't give a hoot.
Yeah, just stay quiet.
Yeah, just stay quiet. Honestly, I don't even know if I care if they stay quiet. Just stay.
Yeah, right. Well, I popped Austin Hayes off there.
That was the guy that I was thinking.
That's the first time. I want to say it's the first time I've got him in this format. I don't know.
Yeah, he's going around 237 typically. So
yeah.
I start looking at him at about 220. So
yeah. I was surprised to get that. So now I have 2/3 of the Baltimore outfield, which is not too bad of a thing these days.
Yeah, they were buzzing about Cedric Mullins and Austin Hayes and DJ Stewart fighting for a spot, and I don't see it. Like,
Yeah.
I think DJ Stewart and Cedric Mullins are fighting for a spot. That's my opinion. I think that they'll shift some things around.
The best player plays. I mean,
I just think Austin Hayes is. Yeah, I mean, some of that could just be my opinion, but like, he seems like he's probably the best center fielder on the team. You know, for hit, offense and defense.
Yeah.
Moncastle plays first base. Santander's in the outfield. Trey Mancini DH, and then you've got room for Hayes. Stewart and Cedric Mullins. Maybe they're platooning. Maybe they're kind of fighting for timeshare. I don't know, but it just seems like there's a pretty easy way. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. I've been drafting a lot of Austin Hayes, so I'm hoping that he's in a full-time role.
Well, we're midway through round 23. Are you happy with your team?
Yes. I'm still a little worried about second base. If the eligibility doesn't work out for Simeon. But overall, I can't complain. Spreadsheet likes the team, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah. We're really just at the backups here. Maybe we should hop off. I think.
Okay. Well, I appreciate anybody who is sticking it out with us. Definitely come Thursday. We're going to have a whole group of folks here, 6-7 folks in the live stream, and we'll be doing another one of these drafts. So you want to come hang out. We'll have lots of people you can ask questions of, kind of hear other people talk through their strategy and the players they like. So I appreciate you hanging out with us, and hopefully we'll catch you Thursday night.
We'll see you guys. Thanks, Derek. Take it easy, man.